Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. Today is Saturday the 2nd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning earlier than I should have. For some reason my brain does not let me sleep in very often, and today is again one of those days that did not happen. So got up though, got around, got the dog outside with me, got out there, jumped in the hot tub, got my soak on, basically chilled there a little bit, had my banana and my hard-boiled egg, and chilled out in the morning. And then from there, wife got up and around. She got some stuff going and got just kind of chilled out for the day. Been talking to some new people I met online, similar interests, blah blah whatever, trying to set up a time to meet. It's like almost impossible to make new friends as an adult if you don't have kids like in sports and stuff. Like, it's that weird. I hate bars, so I don't go meet people at bars, so it is what it is. Although I was at a bar last night, which was way too loud and no chance of making any actual new friendships in a situation like that. So yeah, I went ahead and after getting out of the tub, got the dog fed and all that good fun stuff. He eats like once a day. They feed him 2/3 of a cup, and I just, every evening, I put the food out, leave the food down all day for him. He kind of randomly goes by and eats a little here and there as he grazes off it, but he's not eating all these foods, so it's kind of building up, which is going to be weird because if you stand there with him, sometimes he'll eat a little more, but doesn't eat very much, he'll wander off. But I got another dog coming tomorrow, Monday? I think Monday. I got another dog coming Monday that's going to be, how to put the food up, so won't be able to leave his food out the whole time. So hopefully he will see their dog around and want to eat. I've had that happen too, where dogs are afraid the dog might eat their food, so they're more likely to eat all their food. So who knows, we'll see how it breaks down. But wife chilled out a little bit. We got a few things from the house done, nothing too major. She had a hair appointment to get her hair done and up in Port Orange, and so she headed up to it, and I was just chilling out with the dog, hanging around the house, and everything's going pretty smooth. And then she ended up, the lady before her, the hair salon's like in a pavilion. It's like a strip mall, I guess, lack of our term, with a bunch of odd little shoots off of buildings off it and whatnot. And the lady couldn't find her way to the salon, so it took her forever to get there, so she was late. Whether that's true or not, who knows? She could have been running late from not getting there on time, but she blamed it on not being able to find her way around. But of course she shows up late, but she was there before my wife, barely. But so now her appointment was pushed back a long damn ways, which means my wife's appointment was pushed back a lot of ways, which isn't in the world, but it does kind of suck when I show up here to my appointment early and you're late, and now you're pushing my shit back. And I understand they don't, but it's almost that whole thing of when the new person shows up and they're on time for the appointment, I almost feel like you should be kicked out of your chair and lose your spot. Because if not, it's going to push back everybody the rest of the day. So they could easily have got done with my wife and moved her back in and punished that person for being late. It might take them 2-3 chairs to sit through other appointments before they finally get theirs done, and people are more likely to show up on time to shit. So I hear about all the time people are like, oh, I was late, whatever. I left with plenty of time, but traffic is bad. I'm like, oh, not me, that you didn't leave with plenty of time. Because when I leave with plenty of time, even when traffic's bad, I still get there. Short of like a major catastrophe, I'm not late for anything. So your idea of leaving enough time in a perfect world, and the world's not perfect, is really dumb. So it's your fault you're late 99% of the time, and it is what it is. So yeah, so she ended up gone from the house a lot longer than it should have been, but it is what it is. It's hot enough outside that I brought the dog in. Golden Heights, we spent some more time inside, which I don't usually do too much, but it's been so damn warm that I just can't be out there all the time. So I also left the AC turned down to 75. I turned it up to 75, I guess. Usually I turn it to like 78. And then my wife comes home from work, I'll turn it down to 75. But it's been so warm lately that it's almost impossible for the AC to kick back down. It's like to get it back down to 75. But if I leave it at 75, it'll stay there all day. Runs off and on, kicks on and off. But as I say, I wait till, say, 5 o'clock and turn it down to 75. It's still running at 9 o'clock and it's at 76. Like, it barely is dropping. So once the sun goes down, it drops real quick. But it's been so hot down here that it's hard for it to regain. So I just leave it at 75 and pay a higher utility bill, and who cares? So it is what it is there. And then we got there chilling out. She got back. We chatted a little bit, whatnot. I decided to go get my run in. I'd reached out to a buddy of mine, actually, across the street from me, and asked him if he wanted to try some more whiskey tonight. And he was like, yeah, sure, come on, whatever. And, such and such. I said, well, it'll be 7 o'clock the earliest. I don't plan on going over here. I got to get my run done and my shower and all that stuff. And my father-in-law had reached out also earlier about wanting to do a water change, because last time he decided to do it, we had company over, and it was so dumb because like he didn't check. He's like, hey, I need help with the water change. I'm halfway through it, and whatever. And I'm like, well, how about next time you check if this is a good time for me to come help you with this shit? Like, what the heck? So he'd reached out earlier, and Karen was out getting her done. And I said, well, I don't want to do it now because I got a dog that gets a little bit of separation anxiety, and I don't want to stress him out anymore than I need to. So later on this afternoon, I'll reach out to you and let you know when's a good time. He said, cool. So then he saw my wife come home, and he waits about an hour and reached out, hey, are you home? And I'm like, yeah. Are you coming over to help the water change? I go, no, not yet. Like, I'm doing other stuff. Like, I'm going to get my stuff done, and I'll let you know, just like I told you. He's like, oh, okay. So I was like, moved on from it. It's like, no big deal. And then a little bit later, I was getting ready to go for my run, and I told him, I said, hey, I'm getting ready to head out for my run. If you want to go ahead and start the water change, as soon as I get out my run, I'll stop by your house. And basically all I'm doing with the water change is carrying the 7-gallon jugs of treated water back over and pouring in the tank for him, because it's at his age, he can't move 7 gallons of water. Hell, I'm not certain he can move a 1-gallon jug, to be completely honest with you. So I'm like, I'll carry the jugs over, no big deal. So he's like, okay, I'll get started. So I take off my run, and I'm out running for over an hour because it's a long run. I'm running, and I'm out, and I was not even on my run yet when he reaches out. He's like, hey, are you home yet? I go, no. Remember I told you I was going to come straight to your house when I was done with my run? He's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm not done with my run yet. I'm still running. And he was like, I'm like, dude, I'm out here running. It's like 96 degrees. And I'm out here kicking my ass running. And you're mad that it took them too long to get there to pour your water. Like, calm down, boy. So I was a little annoyed at that. It wasn't really the best experience of that whole thing. So I said, I'm close, though. I'll be there shortly. So I was wrapping my run up. So I basically get to his house, and his house is basically, I get there, door's locked. I'm like, what the fuck, you knew I was coming. Like, why is the door locked? So I knock on the door. He eventually comes to the door, lets me in, and then he has one jug ready to go. So I dump the water in, and then I have to wait for him to fill a second jug up. So I was sitting there talking to him a little bit. And then I dumped the second jug in. I was waiting for the third jug. I'm like, well, shit, I'm over here. Might as well change the air filter in his furnace, because it was time to do that 2 days ago, but I hadn't got to it. So went ahead and changed out the furnace filter, and need to order more, which is a reminder to me right now saying this, even though I never watched these, so it will not do me any good to remind it, but I got to order more air filters for him. So went ahead and finally got the third jug dumped in, about 2.5 jugs actually. So ended up being about 20 gallons we changed out. So got that done up, and you figure 14, probably closer to 17 gallons, I guess. So 17, 18 gallons we changed out, 75 gallon aquarium. Minus all the rocks and stuff, I figure there's 60 gallons of water in it. So he did about a 1/3 water change probably when you break it down. So got that done, and there's so much extra food. He's still overfeeding that tank. Holy crap, man. As I dumped the water, I kind of I poured the water across all the rocks and the shelves and stuff and the plants in the back, and food just pumps out of it, like just so much. And I've told him before, you can do a water change to wait like a day and then do the filter change. That way you're not changing both biological loads at one time. And two, all the extra gunk that I kick up by dumping the water back in will then go in the dirty filter, and then you can throw it out and get new ones and wash it out. How are you gonna do it? He's like, okay. Things like, I'm gonna water change the filter. I'm like, okay. So apparently it didn't matter to say wait a day, but whatever. He couldn't remember how to do it. He made a mess. He tried to do it the other day and he messed it up. So I showed him again how to do it, and then I picked it up, carried it over to the sink for him, because it's down on the floor. It's pretty low. It is hard to get down there. And I'm like, okay. So I carried over, and I went to open it up for him. He goes, oh, I got it from here. I can take care of it. I'm like, okay. So I then head back over, get myself a shower. While in the shower, get a message from him. What's the secret to getting the filter cap off, the top off this filter? And I'm like, same as I showed you there 4 times. You just lift the handles up, push the levers, the latching levers down all the way. It'll push itself up. It's good to go. But I didn't respond because I was in the shower. So everyone's got a shower, get dressed, go across there, because it's hard to explain it. It's more of a show you kind of thing. So I'm like, no big deal. And before I got done and dried off and headed over there and stuff, he basically texted and said, never mind, he figured it out. I'm like, cool. So I said, well, I was in the shower, that's why I didn't respond to you. So whatever, I'm glad you got it figured out. So hopefully, since he taught himself, he's more likely to learn it. Who knows? And then he texted later and said he had it plugged back in and going. So I'm like, cool, we're all good, don't worry about it. So yeah, there's that part at least is done. So Then from there, we were hanging out a little bit. My stomach wasn't feeling great. I've been overthinking this whole garage build and wondering if it's the right decision or not, kind of thing, I believe. So went ahead, and it's been bugging me. So I've been skipping a few meals lately, and I don't feel hungry. My body just says don't want food. So tonight was one of those nights I told my wife, I'm like, hey, you're on your own. We got leftover barbecue beef in there. It'll be great. Do whatever you want with it, but you're on your own. So if you want me to cook something for you, tell me. If not, take care of it. She's like, yeah, I got it. So at that point, I got done a couple other things, let the dog out, played with him for a little bit, and then reached out to my buddy and said, hey, is now a good time to come over? Also, is your brother there? I don't know how many glasses, how many ice balls to bring. And he said yes. So I thought that meant to both. So I get over there. I took some old fashioned, and then I took, what the hell was the one I took? Glenlivet, 12-year-old Glenlivet. How you pronounce it? Glenvielt or something. Glenlivet. And took the other to him and asked him, I said, hey, which one do you want to try first? And he didn't really know. So we ended up trying the old fashioned first and tried the Glenlivet. He liked the old fashioned better, so he had another couple glasses of it. And we chilled and talked, and he gave away his little portable air conditioner, the little covered lanai carport patio thing that he has. That it was pretty warm in there, so we ended up in the house instead. So we were in there just chatting and talking, having a good time. And then he decided he wanted to have a cigar also. So I went back home, grabbed a couple of cigars, and brought him over and gave him a little short cigar. So we sat out, and it cooled off enough in the evening. We was able to sit out in that lanai area with the doors kicked open, the big fan going, to get some fresh air through, and enjoyed ourselves, talked and chatted, and had a great time. Headed back home and hung a dog a little bit, watched a little bit of Hulu on the iPad, and then wrapped it up and called it a night. So yeah, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.